Welcome to Engineering Funda family. This video is a part of Network Theory lecture series, and in this video I'll be going to explain you Y parameter to H parameter conversion and H parameter to Y parameter conversion. Right. So dear students, when you want to convert H parameter to Y parameter conversion or Y to H parameter conversion, in that case first of all you should write equations of H parameter and Y parameter. So first what I'll explain you how to do H parameter to Y parameter conversion. So I'm writing H parameter equations here. Now see, to remember H parameter equations, you should know that V1 I2 that is there based on I1 V2, right? V1 I2 that is there based on I1 V2, right? So that is how I'm writing this first. Then you see H11 I1 plus H12 V2 that is V1 and H21 I1 plus H22 V2 that is I2. So that is how we can remember H parameter equations. See, this is equation 1 and this is equation 2. Now let me write Y parameter equations. So when you want to write Y parameter equations, then you should know that current is equals to Y into voltage. So I1 and I2 that is there based on V1 and V2, right? That is how equations are there. So you see how I am writing it. I1 is equals to Y11 V1 plus Y12 V2 and I2 is equals to Y21 V1 plus Y22 V2. Let us say this is equation 3 and this is equation 4. Now my dear students, what we need to do is we need to convert H parameter to Y, right? So here this equations that I need to form in form of these equations. So if you see carefully this first equation that is of V1 is equals to I1 and V2, right? So here you see V1 V2 and I1 relation is there. So first equation of this Y parameter, in that if you see I1 and V1 V2 relation is there. So first of all what I'll be doing is I'll be taking this equation 1 and then I'll convert this one equation in form of I1 is equals to something into V1 plus something into V2, and then we can compare that with this, right? So let us take equation 1 first. Now with this equation I'll be making that in form of I1. So H11 I1 that will be V1 and this term that will go on other side, so minus H12 V2. Now if you divide this by H11, then I1 is equals to 1 by H11 V1 minus H12 by H11 V2, right? So now we have this equation in form of I1 is equals to something into V1 plus something into V2. So I can say that this is equation 5 and we will be comparing equation 5 with equation 3. Then we will be having Y11, you see that will be 1 by H11 and Y12 you see that will be minus H12 by H11, right? Now you see we have this equation 2 and that we need to form it in form of I2 is equals to V1 into something and V2 into something. So here see I2 is equals to I1 into something plus V2 into something is already there. So if you substitute I1 is equals to V1 and V2, then I can have I2 in form of V1 and V2. So what I'll do is now I'll be substituting equation 5 in equation 2. So I2 is equals to H21 and now I1 that I'll substitute in this. So 1 by H11 V1 minus H12 by H11 V2 and then plus H22 V2 that is there with us, right? Now with this all I can do is I can take V1 term first. So V1 is having H21 divided by H11, you see H21 divided by H11, that is there with V1. And what are the terms which is there with V2? So this term and this term, that is there, right? So I can say plus in bracket, now you see minus H21 H12 by H11, that is this term, and this is plus H22 into V2, that is how it is there, right? Let us simplify this further. So now we will be having I2, that is H21 by H11 V1, and if you take H11 as LCM, then see in denominator we will be having H11 and H11 H22 minus H21 H12, that I can write into V2. Now if you see this H11 H22 minus H21 H12, that is what magnitude of matrix H, right? So I can say that this I2, that is H21 by H11 V1 plus magnitude of matrix H divided by H11 V2. Now let us say this is equation 6, and we can compare this equation 6 with 4. So in that situation you will be having Y21, right, that is V1 into this, so that is H21 by H11, and you will be having Y22, that is magnitude of matrix H divided by H11, right. So we have all Y parameters in terms of H parameters, you can see. So now I can write matrix of Y in form of H, right. So matrix of Y is what? Matrix of Y, that is Y11, Y12, Y21, Y22, right. So here you can observe Y11, that is 1 by H11, Y12, that is minus H12 by H11, Y21, that is H21 by H11, and Y22, that is magnitude of H divided by H11, right. So that is how we can have H to Y conversion, right. So H parameter in terms of Y parameter. Now see, if you want to convert Y parameter in form of H parameter, right, then all you need to do is you need to convert these equations in form of these equations, right. So only thing is, now what you will be doing is you will be making this V1 in form of I1 and V2, and you will be comparing equation 3 with equation 1, and then you will be substituting that in equation 4, and you will be comparing that with equation 2, and you can have Y to H parameter conversion, and you will be surprised to see answer will be exactly similar in this form only, right. And you will be observing this H parameter, that will be H11, H12, H21, H22, and that will be in form of Y. You see here 1 by H11 is there, so here it should be 1 by Y11. Here minus H12 by H11 is there, so here it should be minus Y12 divided by Y11. Here H21 divided by H11 is there, so here it will be Y21 divided by Y11, and here matrix H magnitude divided by H11 is there, so it should be here Y matrix magnitude divided by Y11, right. Now how to remember this? For that is even the case. Sometimes in competitive examination direct questions are coming, so in that case if you have somewhat knowledge about this data, then you can directly solve the values, right. So to remember this, you see H to Y and Y to H parameter conversion is having 1 divided by H11, that you need to remember first, 1 divided by H11, right. Now you see Y21 is having H21 and Y12 is having H12. Only thing is here minus sign is there, that you need to remember. and first digit having 1 and this digit having magnitude of h, that is how you should remember. But I don't suggest, my dear students, you should remember anything. What I want is you should do practice. Definitely you will get answer quickly, right? It is not like only one way is there to solve problems. There are many ways. But when you start to remember things, what happens, like after some time you will forget and there are higher chance of getting false answers, right? So what I prefer is you should do practice. Sometimes it may happen that you may take 2-3 minutes more compared to others, but there are more chances of getting negative marks in competitive examinations. So don't go for remembering anything, just do practice, right? And definitely you will get answers of everything.